It's another Q&A edition of Optimal Health Daily, episode 1980, and I'm Dr. Neil Malik. Hey there, happy Friday, and welcome to another Q&A edition of Optimal Health Daily, where I answer your health questions related to fitness, diet and nutrition, and lots more. You send me the questions, and I answer them for you. Let's hear today's question and start optimizing your life.
Hello, hi, it's Carlos. And the reason for my question or recording here is to try to figure out what's the best supplement to delay lactic acid buildup. Looking to delay it at a sprinter that runs at 400. So we're talking about under a minute. So usually the lactic acid seems like it starts to build up significantly around 36, 37 seconds on this athlete. So look for supplements to see if there's anything that is out there that's beneficial.
Hi, Carlos. Thank you for your question. When it comes to preventing lactic acid buildup, there's really one supplement that's been studied most extensively, and that's beta-alanine. Now, beta-alanine is a type of amino acid or protein, same thing. Of course, we know proteins are important for building healthy, strong muscles. But we're learning that some proteins may have other important functions, especially when it comes to exercise. And one of those is beta-alanine. Carlos, you mentioned lactic acid buildup. Just to be sure we understand what's happening here, let me explain. Imagine you're sprinting really hard across a field, just as kind of you were describing, Carlos. Besides your heart feeling like it wants to explode, your legs will start to burn at some point. This burning sensation is caused by the buildup of lactic acid. And Carlos, again, you're absolutely right when you mentioned that this happens after about 30 seconds of all-out effort. When we perform high-intensity exercises like sprints or even high-intensity interval training, even when lifting weights, we can experience lactic acid buildup. And again, usually this buildup happens after about 30 seconds of high-intensity activity. You might be thinking at this point, okay, so my muscles start to burn a little when I'm sprinting, so what? I can push through it. And you're right, you can push through this, but for many people, this is the leading cause of early fatigue during exercise. When lactic acid starts to build up, it blocks the muscles from being able to access other fuel sources like glucose or sugar, for example. If your muscles don't get any fuel, you will reach muscle failure more quickly. So what if there was something that could prevent lactic acid from building up when we're exercising? Well, scientists discovered that something called carnosine does just that. Wait a minute, what does carnosine have to do with beta-alanine? Stick with me here. Beta-alanine, that protein I mentioned earlier, helps the body create carnosine. Carnosine is our muscle's best defense against lactic acid buildup. So, here's the theory. If we can supplement with beta-alanine, our bodies can create more carnosine, which will prevent our bodies from producing too much lactic acid. Now, we can work out at optimal levels, right? Well, the question is, does this actually happen in reality? Well, we do find that when folks supplement with beta-alanine, their bodies produce more carnosine. But does this extra carnosine actually reduce lactic acid buildup? Based on the data I have seen, it seems that for high-intensity exercises that last between 1 and 4 minutes, supplementing with beta-alanine may lead to modest improvements in exercise performance. For those activities that last less than 1 minute or longer than 4 minutes, supplementing has no benefit. So supplementation is really only beneficial for a very specific duration and intensity of exercise. So in your case, Carlos, if you're exercising for between 1 and 4 minutes and you want to prevent some of that lactic acid buildup, you may want to think about supplementing with beta-alanine. But the next question is, what's the recommended dosage? Bottom line here is, we don't know. So I can't recommend 150 grams of beta-alanine each day or 10 grams once a month. We simply don't have any idea. So far, researchers have tested supplementation at 6.4 grams of beta-alanine per day up to 200 grams of beta-alanine per day and higher. Some research suggests that 179 grams of beta-alanine each day is optimal. Now the next question, is it safe? The most common side effects are experiencing tingling or prickling sensations in the toes and fingers. This could mean that the nerves of the fingers and toes are being damaged, so if you do choose to supplement with beta-alanine, watch for that. If you experience this symptom, stop taking it. That would be your first step. Now, please know that it may take as long as 4 months for the beta-alanine to be cleared from the body. If you decide to supplement with beta-alanine, first, let your doctor know. They will help you decide whether this is a good idea. Second, be sure that the supplement is relatively free of impurities. If you look for NSF and or USP on the packaging, you're on the right track. Better yet, go to consumerlab.com and do a quick search using their database. They're an independent company that tests for the quality and purity of supplements. And third, if you do start taking it, be sure to monitor any interesting signs or symptoms that you may be experiencing, like tingling in your fingers and toes. You come to OHD for health information you can trust, right? Well, it's also important that you do your homework and make sure you're finding doctors in your area that you can trust. Introducing ZocDoc. ZocDoc is an easy-to-use, free app that shows you doctors and specialists who are patient-reviewed, take your insurance, and are available when you need them, whether you're looking for a checkup, trying to straighten those teeth, fix an achy back, or anything in between. Every month, millions of people use ZocDoc, including me. It's my go-to whenever I need to find and book a quality doctor. And I really love ZocDoc because you can book appointments in person or remotely, whatever's best for your busy schedule. Then once you're done, you can leave a review of your own. Go to ZocDoc.com/OHD and download the ZocDoc app for free. Then start your search for a top-rated doctor today. Many are available within 24 hours. That's ZocDoc.com/OHD. ZocDoc.com/OHD. Thank you again for the question, Carlos. And if you want to send your questions in, remember you can email them directly to health@oldpodcast.com. That's health@oldpodcast.com. Or if you want your voice played on the show, come by oldpodcast.com/ask. Lastly, you can do it the old-fashioned way and call in your question. The number is 1-61-I-LOVE-OHD. That's 1-614-568-3643. All right, that'll do it for today. Thank you so much for listening every day. Thank you for listening all the way through, and I'll see you back here tomorrow where your optimal life awaits.